Hi, Michelle here. Another thing I'd like to talk about, in addition to maintaining healthy emotional boundaries, you have to maintain boundaries where you don't feel responsible for someone else or responsible for their reactions. We're each responsible for our own selves and how we react and how we behave. And we shouldn't have to walk on eggshells trying to filter ourselves so as not to upset someone else. Now, that's not to say that you can behave inappropriately and abusively and expect, for people to be okay with it. You have to have good boundaries. And if we're to do what's right for us, we have to be able to express what's bothering us, what's our truth is, and the other person that we're expressing it to should be mature enough to handle whatever we have to say, as long as we're, having healthy boundaries and not being abusive. So something that happens is that we begin to filter ourselves based on another person's responses, especially if they are unpredictable and volatile and aren't open to criticism and don't take criticism well. And whenever you try to talk about a problem, they blow up and they become angry and defensive and employ defensive mechanisms and manipulative behaviors that shut you down. Well, that's not appropriate, and that leads to codependency, where you are sacrificing yourself and doing what's right for you to appease another person. And you're walking on eggshells, trying to keep the peace. Well, that is not healthy, and that leads to unhealthy boundaries where you are sacrificing yourself, and it leads to unhappiness, and it is like a type of manipulative, abusive relationship, dysfunctional. And so I just wanted to talk about that because I believe lots of people have been raised in environments where the adults have shut the children down, and the children feel like they can't express themselves. And if they're in a volatile environment, then they grow up walking on eggshells and doing everything they can to appease the people who have power in their lives. And then that leads to codependency. And then in their adult relationships, they repeat the same patterns and are attracted to the same types of people who behave that way, as far as walking all over your boundaries, and so that you don't stick up for yourself and sacrifice yourself, and you think that's normal. Well, it's not. And sometimes it's hard to recognize. So I just wanted to talk about that and raise awareness about that. And thank you for listening. Be sure to like or subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later.